So I think it's pretty much universally known at this point that Jada Pinkett Smith is nothing more than a pathological liar, a narcissist, and somebody who really enables the overall structure of all this drama happening between Chris Rock and Will Smith with her new book, Worthy, that, by the way, in my opinion, she really overly promoted this book more than it needed to be, to the point where it really caused a lot of public outrage and a lot more, drama happening about Jada Pinkett Smith, to the point where now even SNL mocked Jada Pinkett Smith about her new book, Worthy, and she's not happy about that one bit, to the point where she is now planning to go on the Howard Stern show by mid-November, right around that time frame, to really call out SNL and the NBC heads. Now, on top of all of this, we know that Jada Pinkett Smith has been going on a lot of rants as of late. She's been calling out the public. She's been calling out other, aspects within the Hollywood bubble as well, and a lot more on top of that. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, one thing about this book, Worthy, that I think is, to be honest with you guys, is just absolutely ludicrous and outrageous, is the fact that it is something that really contains endless revelations about her life, Will Smith. It even kind of dives a little bit into the whole Will Smith slap situation, reportedly. There's a lot of things in there that Jada Pinkett Smith did relentlessly with no care about any kind of ramifications or consequences. Now, with that being all put out there, one major development coming out of all of this has a lot to do with Jada Pinkett's overall reaction and or response against the ongoing backlash. Now, with the Chris Rock and Will Smith drama starting up again, all due to Jada's new book called Worthy, and over its, of course, promotion being done excessively with her revelations, one major development has to do with Jada's response to the ongoing backlash against her book Worthy, while the Chris Rock drama erupts once again. Now, Jada delivered the following. After witnessing how there are so many people in this world with ugly behaviors and terrible intentions, I find it to be rather offensive that individuals go out of their way to give my book that I dedicated much of my life to with such negative criticism without even taking the time to read it. I have pointed this out previously, but not many people understand celebrity life and how we are humans too. And to those that don't understand with what I'm saying and creating all the noise, while they may, of course, it's just time to shut up and keep ugly opinions to yourself. It is tough to deal with, not just from myself, but from my family as well. Will has been surprisingly very supportive of my success with this book, and though he may have not agreed on everything that was put into this book, he was fair about it all. Now guys, let me just say one thing about Will Smith supporting Jada Pinkett. There is something going on there. I don't know what. That's something that nobody may ever learn about unless it's revealed what's going on between that dynamic. But at the same exact time, we know that Will Smith has some kind of strong dealing with Jada Pinkett Smith. Either he's all for it or he's being forced into this relationship or this marriage, whatever have you, right? Which I think is just completely wrong. I don't know why he don't just divorce her. I understand about the consequences of doing that, in his circumstance, so we know about all of that as well. But one thing about Jada Pinkett Smith here that is very apparent is the fact that this is low-key her way of selling this book. She keeps on talking about how people and regular normal people out there, in her point of view, just don't understand celebrity life, that they don't understand how Hollywood works in personal homes, and I find that to be quite weird, honestly. The fact that you have Pinkett Smith going out there, saying all these crazy things about this book, about the public view of herself and her family. She just won't stop, but at the same exact time, she's blaming the public, and she goes on to talk more about this. She's blaming the public for being responsible for continuing the Chris Rock and Will Smith drama, essentially, about the Oscars and everything happening with his family, etc., etc. Moving on. She goes on to elaborate again. I think that he has moved on. She's talking about Will. At least I hope he has, but clearly the public has not, over something that happened well over a year ago. There are things that Chris has said or made public in the past about me that just flat out was not true, and we tried our best to settle out those differences. Celebrity life, of course, is challenging, and within this book was my outlet to move on from all of that drama and the intense backlash my family received. The public needs to seriously back off already, to my fans and loyal followers. I do thank everyone for purchasing my piece that dives into my life. I have more revelations to come in the future because I am not done yet. We are planning follow-ups, whether the public likes it or not. If not in a book, and that doesn't work, then I will find another way or another outlet to establish that to my followers. I think the public and their negative criticism too is what really challenged myself and my family, but it did give me the energy and spark to make this book happen. I think in time it will be a centerpiece for understanding celebrity life, there she goes again by the way, and what it's like on the inside, out of course of the public eye. What I am doing here has never been done before from another public figure. What I provide in this book is something revolutionary. People really have a lot of things wrong with who I am and what I'm about, and also what we'll believe in, and everything of why he supports me with Will. And I think everyone deserves to know why and what's really been going on. I will continue to release new revelations whether the public is opposed to it or not. I am standing strong with this forward plan of mine. Now, again, we've talked about Jada Pinkett Smith. She is seemingly very desperate to boost sales for this book because, let's face it, it's not selling as she expected. It's not selling all too well either. In fact, I believe the Britney Spears book is totally outselling Jada Pinkett Smith's book, and yeah, she congratulated her and all that, but I don't think it was sincere. I think it was just a way to kind of give herself a better image, because that's who Jada is all about. It's all about kind of creating a specific face in the public view, and that's exactly what she's doing here again. Again, this book, she keeps on making it very apparent several times, mind you, that this book, this entry is all about understanding her celebrity life privately, and what it's like in her own home, in her own life, away from all the talk shows, away from all the radio shows and movies that she's been in or narrated for Netflix, stuff like that, and what that's like. So I think at the end of the day, we're going to look back on this a year from now, where everyone has forgotten about the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith, and Jada, situation. It's gonna quickly fizzle out, I believe, unless Jada just keeps on pushing all this nonsense with books and radio shows and all of that drama that is so unneeded right now. We know that Jada is very much in need of attention. That's just how she is, seemingly. And that, I believe, is the true reason why she wrote this book. I don't think it was, like how she said, an outlet to steer clear from the drama or to kind of just distract herself from it. I truly believe that this 100% was just a way to get more attention. So overall, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.